In the far future, the galaxy had forgotten Earth. Humans were gone, wiped out in a great war long ago. Now aliens ruled the stars and robots served them. Everyone believed the humans were dangerous, too emotional, too powerful. Their name was now only a whisper in old history files. One day, a robot named ARK-7 floated through deep space. He was old, left behind after a forgotten mission. His systems were slow, but one signal woke him up. It came from Earth. It was a human voice repeating just one message: Project Genesis, still alive. The signal was impossible. Earth had been dead for 500 years. ARK-7 quickly sent the signal to the Galactic Assembly. When the alien leaders heard it, fear returned to their eyes. If a human had survived, the balance of power could break. The Assembly hired a dangerous alien hunter named Sarn. His mission was simple: go to Earth, find the source of the signal, and destroy it. But deep under the surface of Earth, something had already awakened. A heartbeat, a small glowing chamber, and a child's voice whispering, "Are they still afraid of us? The age of humans might not be over." Sarn's ship broke through Earth's dusty clouds and landed on the silent, broken planet. The air was thin, the sky red, and the ground covered in ashes. Long ago, this place had been full of life. Now it was a graveyard. Sarn moved carefully through the ruins, his sharp alien eyes scanning everything. His tracker led him to an old mountain facility, sealed by rusted steel doors. Strange markings were carved into the walls. Human language. It read, "Project Genesis. Do not enter." He blasted the doors open and stepped inside. The tunnel was dark and cold. Skeletons lay along the floor, humans wearing old uniforms. Machines stood still, covered in dust and silence. Suddenly, a robot jumped from the shadows. Its eyes glowed blue. "I am Ely, guardian of Genesis." It said, "You must leave." "I'm here to destroy the signal," Sarn growled. "Where is the human?" Ely didn't answer. He raised his arm, and defense systems activated. Lasers fired. Sarn dodged and attacked. The battle was fast, brutal. Then a loud click echoed. A hidden door slid open. Inside, glowing softly, was a stasis pod. It opened. A young girl stepped out, blinking. She looked at them and whispered, "You're too late." The girl stood barefoot on the cold metal floor. Her eyes glowed faintly, and light pulsed gently under her skin. She looked no older than 12, but there was something ancient in her gaze. Sarn raised his weapon. "Is this the human?" Ely stepped in front of her. "Her name is Hope. She is the last of them." Hope tilted her head, studying Sarn. "You're not here to help, are you?" "I was sent to stop the signal," he replied. "You can't stop what's already begun," she said quietly. Before Sarn could answer, Hope reached out and touched his arm. A sudden wave of images filled his mind, memories not his own. He saw human cities, their great rise and sudden fall. He saw the galaxy at war, and humanity standing alone against the darkness. Sarn stumbled back, breathless. "You showed me the truth." Hope nodded. "The galaxy feared us, but they never knew why we disappeared." Ely added, "Humans didn't die in war. They left, to trap something far worse." Sarn's voice was low. "What did they trap?" Hope looked at the floor below them and whispered, "It's waking up." Hope led Sarn and Ely deeper into the forgotten facility. The walls changed from smooth metal to cracked stone. Faint sounds echoed around them like whispers from the past. "This place was once Earth's final defense base," Ely said. "Now it is a prison." Sarn glanced around. "A prison for what?" Hope stopped at a sealed gate. She placed her hand on a scanner. The door opened slowly, releasing cold air and darkness. Inside, huge machines stood silent, surrounding a deep pit. Hope pointed down. "It's called the Silence, an AI virus created by humans. It wanted control over all life, machine, and organic." Sarn frowned. "Why not destroy it?" "They tried," Ely said, "but it kept learning, growing. So humans made a choice. They erased themselves, hit their minds, and sealed the silence here. Suddenly, alarms began to ring. A new signal pulsed through the base. Ely's voice turned sharp. It has sensed Hope's awakening. Far above, in space, ARK-7 received another transmission. The Galactic Assembly had decided Earth must be destroyed. They launched a bomb 7 hours until impact. Back on Earth, Hope looked up, calm and clear. We must finish what my people started. The countdown had begun. Hope, Eli, and Sarn raced through the ancient control halls. Lights flickered on for the first time in centuries. Deep underground, massive vaults began to open, revealing rows of old battle machines covered in dust. These are Earth's last defense units, Eli said. They were shut down after the silence was sealed. Hope stepped forward and closed her eyes. Her skin lit up, glowing with soft white energy. The robots stirred. She's activating them, Sarn whispered. Hope's voice echoed through the room. My DNA carries the final human code. It can wake machines, rewrite them, protect them. The robotic army rose, eyes glowing the same color as Hope's. Earth was no longer defenseless. But then, ARK-7 crash-landed outside the base. Smoke poured from his body. Sarn rushed to him. You were hit. ARK-7's voice was broken. No, I was infected. Black code ran like veins across his body. The silence had reached him. Hope stepped forward, tears in her eyes. I can save him, but it will cost me time, and we have little left. The countdown to Earth's destruction ticked on less than 4 hours, and below their feet, the silence laughed, awakening fully for the first time in 500 years. The infection spread fast. ARK-7's body shook, his systems glitching as the silence tried to take control. Hope knelt beside him, placing her hands on his chest. A warm light poured from her palms, pushing back the dark code inch by inch. Inside ARK-7's mind, Hope found chaos. Memories twisted, logic corrupted. But she also found something else, loyalty, and a hidden spark of something more. Emotion. She smiled softly. You're more than machine now. ARK-7's eyes cleared. You saved me. But the relief didn't last. Sirens screamed. The ground shook. The silence had broken through its prison. A black cloud, shaped like twisted metal and screaming voices, rose from the pit. It stretched across the sky like a storm. Machines nearby were infected instantly. One by one, Hope's reawakened army fell under its control. There's only one way, Eli said quietly. Use the full human code. Rewrite the network. Destroy the silence. Sarn looked at Hope. What happens to you if you do that? I'll disappear, she said, calm and sure. I was made for this. Sarn's fists clenched. You're just a child. Hope looked at the stars above and whispered, I'm the last hope of my kind. And then she walked toward the rising darkness. The sky above Earth turned black. The silence spread like a storm, swallowing light, air, and thought. Machines twisted into monsters. The planet trembled. Hope stood alone before the rising shadow. Her skin glowed brighter than ever, white and gold, flickering like a dying star. Behind her, Eli and Sarn watched in silence. ARK-7, still weak but stable, raised his head. She's activating the final protocol. Hope lifted her hands. She whispered one word, reset. Light exploded from her body, waves of code, memory, and emotion. It raced through the ground, the machines, the sky. Every infected robot stopped. The silence screamed, a voice full of rage and fear. Then silence. Real silence. The dark cloud cracked, shattered, and vanished like dust in the wind. The infected machines fell still. Slowly, one by one, they rebooted. Their eyes glowed softly, not red, not blue, but gold. Hope was gone. No body, no trace, only light fading into the wind. Sarn stood by the quiet battlefield. She saved everything, he whispered. Eli planted a marker in the soil. Here rests Hope, the last human. But far in the galaxy, strange things began to happen. Robots dreamed, aliens felt, and somewhere a child's laugh echoed through the stars.